Hi, Spartanburg Young Professionals. It's great to be with you today. Judy Horton here, and I'm going to talk to you about common resume mistakes that I've seen. Now, I have read a lot of resumes, good ones, bad ones, everything in between. And one of the most common mistakes that I've seen is that people don't showcase their value. Well, what do I mean? They're doing a simple regurgitation of their job description or their job duties. That's boring. Who wants to read that? Hiring managers and recruiters want to see the value that you bring. Now, that could come in the form of listing your accomplishments. If you're in sales, that might be your year-over-year sales percentage. If you're in human resources, for instance, it might be maybe the number of people that you've onboarded in a month or a year, or whatever the case may be. And if you're struggling with how to find these, go to your performance review. Hopefully your boss is doing those with you every year, but go to your performance review and look at the things that they say that you do well. These are the things that employers are looking for on your resume. These things showcase your value. Now, the second mistake that I've seen, and boy, this happens a lot, is burying your lead. Now, what do I mean? If you are putting your accomplishments at the bottom of page 2, you're burying your lead. I recently worked with a human resource professional, and she was applying for a new job. She had also just recently achieved her SHRM certification, which is a really big deal. Well, where did she have that? She literally had it at the bottom of page 2. She didn't do herself any favors whatsoever. She was burying her lead. So you want to make sure that the things that are really pertinent, that really highlight you and your value, is in the top 1/3 of your resume. So don't bury your lead. The last thing I want to talk to you about is references. Please, please, please do not put on the bottom of your resume references available upon request. It's old school and it's just not needed. You're wasting space. So have a list of at least 4 references ready to go. Now, my recommendation, and you're probably going to hear different recommendations from other people, but my recommendation is that you have 4 references, 3 that are business, 1 that's personal. The business should be those people who have seen you at work. How do you perform your work? This could be a former supervisor, it could be a colleague, a peer, maybe it's even one of your former direct reports, but people who have seen you work. Now, the 4th, the personal, this isn't your mom or your spouse or your child. This could be perhaps some volunteer experience that you've done, someone who's seen you outside of the workplace but still do your work, if you will. Please do not make the mistake of not talking to your references ahead of time and getting their permission to use you, or use them, I should say, as a reference. I've seen this happen so many times, and the last thing you want is a reference to be called and they're caught on their back foot because they didn't know that they were your reference. So showcase your value. Don't bury your lead. Put the great things at the top of your resume and make sure that you have your references list ready. And you'll be ready to rock and roll and shine. Good luck.